Hello everyone, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna, the Golden Country. We're picking up right where we left off, in the graveyard. Let's go grab some materials. It's a little sad right now, so we're gonna head back up to Torrigoth. Treasure. Scale chip. Grab some fresh veggies. We've already tried that excavation. We need mining, which none of our blades have.
Surround them!
Huh? Excuse me?
Ardanian troops? Imperial Guard?
Thieving scum! Don't think you're gonna get away with your dirty deeds.
What? No! We just... Problem, Captain?
Oh no.
Lady Bridget. They're brigands. Same ones who attacked the village, perhaps.
Drivers and blades. Mercenaries?
So that's Bridget.
Captain, I shall deal with these individuals. Emperor Hugo must be briefed.
Yes, ma'am. You lot, stay here and assist the Lady Bridget. Son!
This should be interesting.
Heads up!
Never again! Believe me, they won't know what hit them. Never again! Never again! Hey! Never again! It's my turn! It's my turn! Never again!
And Bridget hits hard.
Never again! Never again! Never again! It's my turn!
Don't you start too, Jin.
Never again! Never again! Heal while there's time!
Now the real battle begins. Shame about it, blade.
This'll do it!
Never again!
This'll do it!
Never again! Take better care of yourself!
Okay, so we do still have blade combos. Hitting an enemy with a special begins a blade combo. A blade combo consists of 3 stages, and finishing it requires you to move through them in order. The first, second, and third stages of a blade combo require you to hit the enemy with a special that's at least level 1, 2, and 3 respectively to link them up.
You won't come for much longer.
Away!
Ah, shoot, I skipped that. You can continue a blade combo all the way to stage 3 with specials of any element, as long as you keep to the level requirements, but there are some fixed routes. These critical routes number 16 in total, and they're composed of a particular sequence of elements that I'm going to have to remember off the top of my head, I guess. For example, one such route is Fire, Fire, Light. A fixed critical route will trigger a special animation and cause extra damage, so be on the lookout for the other 15 special element sequences.
I'm not done here!
This'll do it!
Their power may equal Lord Hugo's. Can they really be mere ruffians?
Hey! We need medical attention here!
There!
Come on, Hayes.
The stakes just got high, but no. Come on! Don't be so hard, but no. We can't lose
crap.
here. Open wide.
I'm so sorry. This is all my fault.
Adam, you dumbass! Pay attention!
Man.
It's good to know your limits, though.
Bridget.
We can take them on a bit later.
No, unfortunately, we have to take them on right now, and we could have done better. That's my fault for not healing appropriately. Okay, fight against Bridget, take 2. Let's take out our goons first this time.
Heads up, people!
They'll probably go on Adam.
Never again! That's my turn! Never again!
Our more Ardanian troops, it's kind of a meme that they talk too much when they attack, because they say something almost every time they attack.
Don't overdo it!
Now the real battle begins. Shame about it, Blade.
Open wide!
I think you're a sucker.
For my bond.
Bring the pain!
Come on!
I'm all set. For my bond. If I must.
I need your help here, Jin.
Good. I'm with you.
Oh, I screwed that one up.
Great!
Midnight Sun.
I was hoping you'd say
Away.
cheers!
You won't oppose me for much longer. Their power may equal Lord Hugo. Can they really be mere ruffians?
Away.
Now, this is how you do it.
We need medical attention here!
Pace.
You're such a worry wart.
And you want to be the driver of the Aegis?
Lady Mithra,
Forgive me.
I'm sure you can do it.
Open.
Sorry, I didn't mean to worry you. Come on. Right on target.
I feel like I've learned something. I need to wrap
Great.
this up before Lord
That's
Hugo
how you're
arrives.
supposed to do it. I swear I'm good at this. I promise.
Not done with you. Come on! That was a pretty cheap trick. Keep going like that, you'll get a reputation.
Cheap, you say? Don't be absurd. It's called tactics, look it up. But perhaps that's something a simpleton like yourself could never hope to comprehend.
A simpleton?
Your attacks scream it. Clumsy, heavy, no refinement.
I was gonna go easy on you, but now you have pissed me off!
Mithra!
Stop! We've got children here.
What was that? If that had actually hit me,
Oh, didn't like that, did you? I can see it on your face. Well, on that note...
Mithra!
Hayes! Understood.
What? How? Is this... you? What the hell? She's our enemy.
Adam plainly ordered you to stop. Or didn't you hear him? Simpleton.
how extraordinary. I'd heard of a blade with the power to restrain others, but I never thought... And did she say Adam? It can't be.
All of you, lay down your arms. There is no need for this.
You look familiar.
Hello?
It's good to see you again, Prince Adam. Please forgive the actions of my guards.
Don't you worry about it. I am just glad to see you well, Your Imperial Majesty.
Imperial Majesty?
May I introduce? The Emperor of Mor Ardain, Hugo Ardenach.
The Ardanian Emperor? What's someone of his station doing out here?
You know, our stations are fairly similar.
Not that you'd ever know.
Thanks, I try.
I've come for the Aegis. Its actions have been felt in Mor Ardain as well. We're currently chasing it down.
The same as us, then. But coming here yourself.
My brother is ruling in my absence.
I see. And so you brought Brigid and Aegeon.
Huh?
Those two are the crown jewels of the Ardanian forces. Wielding them on the front lines is the duty of he who has the throne.
Indeed. That ought to have been my older brother.
But he didn't have the potential to become a driver. And now, here you are, bonded with both of them.
The Special Inquisitor is under my brother's direct command.
Oh.
Should I fall in battle, he has his orders to retrieve the core crystals.
That sounds cold.
That's how it goes with matters of state.
And yet, it works out well for me. I have always wanted to put myself on the line for our people. And I never enjoyed wielding authority in the first place.
I feel the same way. I don't get why anyone would want to sit on a throne.
Yes, that. If Prince Zetar knew, there would be consequences.
Let's pretend you didn't hear me say that.
You two will never see eye to eye. Better to leave well enough alone.
Ruling is, frankly, it's a scary thought. Just imagine becoming someone you don't recognize. Never knowing who's looking back at you in the mirror.
Prince Adam, I'd be happy if you called me Hugo, like old times.
I will, dear Hugo, but only if you call me Adam in return. Well, it would be beneficial to share our findings, but perhaps elsewhere might be better?
How about your Majesty's flagship?
Indeed.
Flagship.
Is something the matter, Lady Laura?
I'm just not very good in that kind of stuffy environment.
Well, you're not alone there. That's the worst.
Right? I think I'll sit this particular venture out.
Yeah, I'm out too.
Oh, no, you don't.
Wait a minute. Is that her?
Yes, this is Mithra, one of the Aegises. Your account would be valuable as well, Laura.
Everything I've seen or heard, Jin will know as well.
Yes, that's true.
Please? Would you go instead of me, please?
Of course. I will do as you wish.
Thank you kindly. Well then, shall we?
Well then, my friends, shall we make a move? Your Majesty, this may not be my position to say, but would it not be wise to first investigate the location we spoke of? Ah yes, you do raise a valid point. Aegean, please consider His Majesty's feelings. He wishes for quality time to spend with his dear friend Prince Adam. I'm honored that you value me so highly. But I think this is a decision best left to Hugo. What do you say? Would that be getting in the way of your mission? No, no, not in the slightest. In fact, I believe you are just as much involved in this whole affair as us. What with your traveling alongside the Aegis, that much is clear. So this mission of yours has something to do with Malos? Exactly so. Aegean, would you? Of course. By official decree, allow me to formally disclose to you the nature of our mission. On the surface, we have traveled here to work on diffusing diplomatic tensions between the Empire and... I don't know how to pronounce this word. Koya. That's not how you pronounce it. I can't remember. But at the same time, there is another matter we are investigating. And I presume that I presume is Malos. So what are you going to do? Take him down? Capture him? At the present time, neither. It is His Majesty's wish to ascertain the intent of this Malos, and indeed anyone who wishes our empire harm. Then I assume new intelligence has come to light. I can't read. The 4th decade reported in just as you were on your way to Torgoth. They had discovered an area of land that had been scorched black by some colossal power. I don't think Adam's going to want to ignore that one. You read my mind. Hugo, as much as I'd enjoy reminiscing out on the Cloud Sea, I'd quite like to enjoy some more of the scenery first. Of course. If you'd like, we can take a side trip before we return to the ship. Laura, is this wise? I still want to decorate the graves, so I'll wait for you in the village. Everything will be fine. Hayes is with me after all. That's right. Please take as much time as you need. All right. Maybe it's for the best that she doesn't get to see the extent of Malos' devastation. And you say the 4th decade found traces of Malos' destruction, and that would be where? It would appear to be at Vala Fum Hill, heading inland from Ordia Grand Plains. But I'm afraid I've received no further information. We have no recourse but to go and examine the area ourselves. From here, it's probably even closer than the harbor. Indeed, that is where we must go. Perhaps you can entertain us with tales of your adventures as we make our way, Adam. Power unimaginable received.
In troubled times, we help each other.
So do we have new party members? We do. I think Hugo is our tank. And Team Laura is limited to just Jin right now, which means I hope you have break, because I don't. Well, I can't topple either, now that I think about it, because I have to switch to Jin to topple. Anyway. You've unlocked the ability to change party order. To do so, go to main menu, characters, then press X and choose which team you want to control. The team in position 1 will be under your direct control. Every team has its own style of doing battle, so feel free to experiment with them until you've found one that best suits your preference. Additionally, you can press ZL outside of battle to change which team you control directly. It's a rather useful feature, so feel free to play around with it. Just one more note about level 4 specials. The technique for Driver and Blade sharing one weapon is a unique innovation by Laura and her companions. Therefore, if you're controlling a team other than Laura, you won't be able to use level 4 specials in a battle. That's interesting. And who knows, as the adventure continues, Adam and Hugo might pick up this skill too. One day. Until then, do your best working with what you got. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like Hugo is our tank. Actually, one second, I'll be right back. Menu time. Okay, we're back. back in. Okay, that was a quick one. Let's talk to Laura and Hayes. I honestly can't stand those sorts of environments. Would you mind going in my place, Jin? If you'd asked me to go practically anywhere else, I'd be fine, but that ship? No way. No. Fine. I will accompany Lady Laura. If Lady Laura is going with you, I will gladly do the same. Okay, so we have the option to take them with us, but
Better
Laura
be good.
clearly doesn't want to go. I'll just have to put up with not having any actual heals.
Better be good.
Ooh, I'd say that was pretty good. Oh, there's those red pollen orbs that we needed. Oh, they've been flowers this whole time, and I might have been picking them up and not noticing. So at nighttime, different enemies pop out. So let's get in a fight with our new
I
friend.
step aside for no man or monster. Round cutter.
One.
How about flames?
You're wide open.
Attack ready.
Got it.
So shall it be.
Just not afraid.
Ah, I did blow down.
Stay back.
Water move. You're wide
Let
open.
me magnify that for
Your
you.
swordsmanship is an inspiration to me, Jin. 'Tis a marvel to behold.
I simply removed all that was surplus.
Ah,
I
crap.
see that attitude extends to your words, too.
Oh, that's harsh.
Look out.
Round cutter.
Think again. Come, flame.
You're
Elemental
wide
attack.
You may have turned the tide.
Indeed.
Willow the wisp.
Keep this up.
Where the heck are you going?
Enthusiasm is
Dragon.
Yeah. Whatever your
How
will.
about this? Elemental
You're
attack.
wide open. Right.
Let me magnify that for you.
Gotcha.
Heat haze.
Can we use this?
Let's see. Whoa. Okay then. That's a new enemy type I've never seen before.
There's something here.
Wait, why didn't that trigger mineralogy from Jin? Okay, where'd the enemy with the mark above its head go? Oh, it's you. Hello!
Take the initiative.
Good
Just the
die.
way I do.
Someone's here.
Look out.
You saved me.
Oh no, we've got company.
Round cutter. My friends, put your minds at
Come,
ease.
flames.
Oh,
Go.
I shall hold the
You're
front
wide
line.
open.
Elemental attack ready.
Snow blast.
Legion scatter.
How about this? Dragon. Elemental
You're wide
attack
open.
ready.
What's the
Let me
real
magnify that
Come,
for you.
flames. You cannot escape me. I will cripple the enemy.
I'll give you a hand.
Exemplary flow.
Do not rest on your
I'm all
I
set.
shall hold
You're
the
wide
front
open.
line. How about this? Ready to unleash an elemental attack. I'm real as you command.
Let me magnify that for you.
I think Bridget's got new attacks too. That didn't look familiar at all. Mithra technically has new specials because she's using her old specials as her main attacks.
There's something here.
Let's fight a snake.
Here we go.
You could probably handle this alone, right, Jin?
Oh man, having a tank is glorious.
Flames. Ready to unleash an elemental attack.
Got it.
Unfortunately, I think we're getting break from,
Challenge. Charge.
Ooh, he made the mistake of
Excellent
launching
battle.
himself.
I should record this in my journal.
Can we use this?
He made the mistake of launching himself. I don't know who slammed him, but somebody did. And it did not end well for him. Oh, how did we not notice that approaching? That's a flagship, alright. Holy cow.
There's something here.
Do, 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 do. Another Ferris. Ugh.
Here we go.
Jin,
Boom,
move to
sneak
your
attack.
mistress's safety.
I can't look to my mistress's safety. She's not here.
My dad.
Snowblack, you're right open. How about this? Ready to unleash an elemental attack.
Hail strike. Blow down.
Dang, I didn't finish that properly. Cold snap.
No one can stop us now.
Okay, so we don't have the element that we need to
We
finish
should
off
come
cold
up with
snap.
some sort of team attack. What do you say?
Why not? Just give me the cue.
Good man. It's got to be something fancy, naturally.
Fancy or not,
Place would make
I'll
a
follow just
perfect
the
base
same.
of operations.
Better be good.
No, we don't have chain attack yet.
Better be good.
Not that we faced anything that
Can
lives
we
long
use
enough
this?
for us to get a full chain gauge, so... There is that little issue with getting it. That hurt a bit. Used to hurt more, I'll be completely honest. You can't die from falling unless it's over a bottomless pit. Or you grab enemy aggro. Oh shoot, those were level 30 something. Tell me, you finally found the uninhabited Titan? That's right, made it there without a scratch. The map, the bard's song, the elder's legend, it was all true. Bah, I wish you could have had some of that fun after you bonded with me. No fair. Of course, back then I had no idea that I'd be the driver of an Aegis someday. Not a clue. And I also had no idea I'd end up with a blade who was so hungry for experience. I mean, I prefer when you have something interesting to say. I choose to take that as a compliment. Well, sure. It was hardly boring, discovering that legendary uninhabited Titan. The natives gave us a fine chase. Natives? I thought you said it was uninhabited. Well, to be precise, we didn't meet any humans there. Just some monsters of the Arachno, Antol, and Skeeter variety. Cool! Those are all bugs. And they were pretty huge specimens, too. We must have looked like extra tempting appetizers to them. There were really quite a lot of them. We were lucky to get off the Titan in one piece. Ah, a fine recompense for an adventurer's heart. So your plans to build a holiday villa there came to nothing. It's more than a little tragic. Well, I mean, that wasn't the primary aim. Perhaps I didn't get a material reward, but I certainly got a spiritual reward. Things didn't work out quite so well for my playmates, though. How so? It was a kind of paradise for insects, but I heard later that it was laid to waste by someone or another. The ways of humans are often cruel. What's done is done. It was a time of war and they had to find a place for some refugees. But the monsters couldn't have grasped that. They probably just saw arrogant humans wrecking their home. Ah, the telling of it falls hard upon my ears. Your Majesty, forgive my interruption, but this appears to be the location mentioned in the report. Ah, so we're here already? These aren't the kind of craters that Malos usually leaves behind. The journey passed as the blinking of an eye, thanks to Adam's enchanting tales. If your servant's humble recounting was able to relieve your imperial tedium, truly the most blessed of men am I. Oh, I do wish you'd cut it out, Adam. I am not your better, and you should know it. I wouldn't be so sure of that, Hugo, old friend. Now then, Mithra, I'd really like to get your opinion on this, as the Aegis. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this isn't Malos's handiwork. How did you come to that conclusion, Mithra? Malos's attacks would have melted the earth and turned it to glass. But whatever did this only scorched the grass. It can't have been such a high temperature. That's a very wise deduction. We're lucky to have you for an ally. I offer my apologies to you all for leading you to this disappointing conclusion. Nay, Aegean, we could not have known without further investigation. With each possibility we discard, we move all the closer to our goal. Everyone, look there! Oh dear, it's a big one. Indeed, we cannot let it run riot. Just think of the damage it could do if it got to Lascum Cove or the settlement. Everyone, get to it.
We've been found. Poor joke.
Ow. Get into position. Excuse me, Mithra.
Yeah. Round cutter.
Flame! Ready to unleash an elemental attack.
Got it.
Wait for Mithra to get an elemental attack.
This one doesn't like
Fire
Leave it to
away.
me.
you're wide open.
Let me magnify that for you.
Midnight Mist.
Now, I don't know if it works quite the same way in this as it does in the main game,
You're
I'll
wide
give you a
open.
hand.
but
Slow down.
your allies will tend to try and use blades or elements that advance the combo
Yeah. You're wide open.
appropriately.
Snow
Let
blast.
me magnify that for
I'm waiting for Aegean, but it's not happening.
you. I feel like I've learned something.
Hail strike.
A fire-spewing monster. It's a good thing we had Aegean on hand. Perhaps it's bold of me to say, but I've dealt with worse. Well, it seems safe to assume that this was the cause of the burn marks. I would never have dreamed that such a foul fiend could have lain in wait so close to Torrigoth. Maybe it was driven out of its original home in a territorial dispute. I've heard that happens from time to time. Yeah, maybe. Or more likely some human stole or smashed up its home. We call them monsters, but to them we're the monsters. Indeed, it must be thus. The day shall dawn where man's exploitation of the Titans will bring us all to ruin. Perhaps that dawn is already upon us. Well, you last for another 500 years, so it's not too bad. Hey look, it's Endal. Endal's a big Titan. Hello, Amalthus.
Interesting thing you've got there.
Malice enough.
It's all right. Indal's most sacred treasure, the Aegis. It is said to be the embodiment of the Architect's light, the divine revelations our founder Maldonare received.
Really? Then... that's what I will be called too. After all, I am born of divinity, not just some reflection.
You believe yourself so strong?
Huh. Don't you?
Your situation doesn't look good. Boltrick is not going to let it go. And you can't hide behind the Praetor forever.
That has nothing to do with you.
If that were true, you wouldn't be here. Here.
What is this place?
It's a very tasty secret, formerly known only to the Praetor and me. The essence of our Judician forebears, originally salvaged from the bottom of the Cloud Sea. Some of it may hail from the fabled land of Moritha.
Moritha?
Look. This here display is a diagram of what human cells are made of. And then this one here is a blade's.
Astonishingly alike.
Of course. After all, they are descended from humans, too. That in and of itself isn't too shocking. But this...
It's the same, isn't it?
Just wait.
That's a core crystal.
Exactly. A blade's core crystal contains information not only pertaining to humans. It also records schematics describing all manner of animal tissues.
You're saying blades contain detailed information of all living creatures?
Not just that. Have a look at this undeveloped part. That is from a Titan. It suggests that this particular piece may one day develop into a Titan. Isn't it mind-boggling? A message from the architect, no doubt.
From the architect?
Indeed. This is just what you were after. I wish to investigate this and learn more of what the architect has in store for this world. And perhaps claim this knowledge for our own.
Including the Praetor?
Perhaps. Isn't this in line with your own goals? Well then, I may as well help out.
I believe that concludes my mission. Shall we head to the flagship? Fine by me. It's a good place for us to exchange information. It's currently moored at Lascombe Cove. Then to Lascombe Cove we go. Yeah, we kind of saw it on the way here. It's hard to miss. I can see it from here very clearly. You didn't really have to tell us.
Give me a shout next time something happens.
You found that the destruction was actually caused by a Dispar Roppel. Having the matter put to rest, Adam and Co. head to Hugo's flagship. How unimaginable.
Can we use this? Can we use this?
There we go. So, if I remember reading correctly,
There's something here.
Bridget doesn't have the same field skills as she used to. And the reason for that, at least by my understanding, is because the Blades lose all of their memories whenever their driver dies, because they return to their core crystal. but the blade
There's
is still the
something here.
same blade within the core crystal. So what happens is they still become the same physical person, but their mind is changed. And so they may undergo certain changes, such as having a slightly different personality or set of skills.
There's something here.
So Bridget in the main game has gone to
I'll
sleep
investigate.
and woken up, for lack of a better term, several times by then. So she has different abilities and memories because of it. My god, that thing is huge. Like, I've seen Ardanian Titan ships before, but this is a flagship, and it's bigger than anything I've seen it before, I'm pretty sure. Like, holy cow. Let's see. Actually, you know what? We're gonna keep going this way. There's not a lot of time left in this episode, so I don't want to start any more cutscenes, so we'll just do some exploration and combat. We need to get Laura and Hayes back before we can try.
Rays of the morning sun. And
We
just
should
like
be
that,
able to take on that level 18.
Take the initiative.
I wonder. Show me what you got,
They keep
Paragon
coming?
of Torna.
Chill stroke.
We should be able to take on that level 18 unique monster now that we have a full party. And the proper tap. Somebody who can take a hit worth of damage.
Ready to unleash an elemental attack.
Got it.
Star slash. How about this?
I'm all set.
You're wide open.
Let me magnify that for you.
I'm there, Bridget. Just
I will
say the word.
cripple the
I shall not
enemy.
fail you.
Think again.
Charge
See that?
zero flame.
Ah, crap, I keep
Give
doing
me your
that.
hand.
I'm all set.
Got it.
Yeah. Legion scatter.
How about this?
Ogre
I
No
shall
blast.
hold the front
I wasn't
line.
trying to attack Hugo. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna call it right now. At
use
one
this?
point I'm going to call Hugo Nile. I just know it because
I'll investigate.
he looks just like him. More scale chips that I don't need. Whenever we get new blades joining the party, they seem to have whatever the best possible chip is at the time. Let's see. I still gotta go back and take all those quests and complete them. And I can see from here that there's
investigate.
quests on the flagship. Oh boy. Maybe I'll do that in a live stream.
Can we use this?
Just run around, do some combat, complete some quests. Let's get in a fight. I like fighting. It's fun.
Take the
I'll
initiative.
poke you in the butt.
Remain vigilant of your surroundings.
Actually, we'll be getting our side attack first.
Slow down.
Allow me
You're
your
wide
mouth.
open. Star slash.
I meant to point this out at a different time, and I'll do it while I get in this fight. But everyone seems to only have,
Suppose I'd better get my act together. My
Someone's
friends,
here.
put your minds at
technically in
ease.
total they have 7 arts.
Start shit.
8 if you count their talent art.
Yeah.
Chill stroke.
But they only have 3 attack arts. I guess the switch art counts as an attack art.
Let's keep this up.
Leave it to me.
How about this?
Star slash.
Let me magnify that for you.
You're wide open.
Midnight me.
Fantastic. Stay back.
Blow down.
Well,
Whatever you're
I'll
ready.
give you a hand.
so
Got it.
In the main game, and thus 500 years from
You're
now,
wide open. No one can stop us now. Your spirit is frigid.
Adam, ready to unleash
No
an
blood.
elemental attack.
Got it.
Your sword fighting is so boorish, Mithra. You remind me of a rabid Gogol, the way you swing that sword around.
Oh, you're gonna say that to me? You with your swords that stretch out like Ardanian dog leashes? Actually, I just imagine you walking around with 2 dogs. I gotta say, it might be kind of a good look for you.
Oh, I love the way the characters interact in this. So, in the future, blades lend their weapons to their drivers, and their drivers fight on their own. And then for each type of weapon that there is, since they're like standardized to a certain degree, a driver has 4 arts, but they can only ever equip 3 of them. Now everybody fights with their own weapon in this. So, Jin has his 3 primary combat arts, and then he's got a 4th switch art. And then he has his talent art, and then finally he has his 3 rear guard arts, and everybody's like that. But it's very interesting because it means that you have the same, for whatever character you're playing, you have the same 3 arts no matter what. So it's a bit weird. Because normally I have a little bit of choice, but now I don't. But anyway, that's going to call it for this episode. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks everyone so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like to let me know, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.